Hi, Jim. I saw you in Warren, Ohio with two of my best friends, and we laughed our asses off, and it was so awesome. Thank you for coming out in the Cleveland area or greater Cleveland area. And thank you so much for, well, one, being funny, and two, waking people up or at least helping to. I also watch your podcast and love the work that you and your friends are doing. So thank you so much.
Jim Brewer.
Jim Breuer.
Jim Breuer.
Jim Breuer.
Hey, this is Jim.
How are you, Mike?
I'm all right, dude. How you been?
I'm doing all right. I'm kind of like, I went to my usual coffee place, Bean to Cup.
Mm-hmm. How are they doing after the hurricanes?
They still don't have power.
Oh wow.
I guess I don't know this for a fact, but I guess the whoever's the landlord of that building is going to have a serious. She's going to have to dish out, I guess, the power um, in that area, and a lot of areas still don't have power in Naples, and besides other areas. But so when they didn't have air conditioning, what we did was like, hey, I called some friends, like, hey, man, can you go check them out? We'll we'll figure out the electricians and all that. But I
Yeah.
guess so. We set up like a little um thing where because the workers are sweating their asses off. There's bees in there. They're in a horrible condition. All right. And they're plowing through it. It's the woman's whole business. The people that run Bean to Cup in Naples, it's their whole business. It's a local mom and pop place. It's not a Starbucks and all that. These people, this family's been in Naples forever, um, supporting local community, and it's a great place. So we got it set up where they have fans and like a portable air conditioner with the what do you call it, a generator. See, if I'm the landlord, if I'm the landlord of where Bean to Cup is, this is just me. I don't know the actual landlord. I don't know anything about it. If I'm the landlord and I know this person is this is their livelihood, this is like their whole livelihood, this young couple, these little children, I would first thing I would have got you is a huge generator to keep your business going. That's what I would have done. Just because I'm a good guy, or because not that I'm a good guy. I care for other people. I would care for it's forget business. This is the problem with business. Get rid of business. Care for them. Like do what you can to look out for them. So I guess they were saying, these electricians came and they didn't want to mess with it, and people start pointing fingers. You have Florida Electric going, no, it's the electrician, and you have electrician going, no, this is Florida Power. So you had that nonsense going on. So then I made some calls and I made sure real people checked it out, and the real people that checked it out said this is a 10,000 plus job, $10,000 plus. Whoever
Oof.
the landlord of this building, the wires underneath have corroded because of the flooding multiple times. They should have fixed this a while ago. Whatever they no pointing fingers, but at the end of the day, they got to do some serious. It's a whole building. They have people living in there.
Jesus.
There's a hair cutting place in there. So I don't know how it's going to look. I just hope my little Bean to Cup keeps crushing it, because I still go there every day, which is where I met with these two incredible women that we're going to have on right now. Um, so these two ladies, Pam and Lisa, reached out to me a while ago, and such enthusiasm and such I don't even know how to explain it. I was really intrigued. One is very, very organized. I could probably use that organization in my life. It's just we're doing this thing, and I'm very confident. I'm a big deal in Pennsylvania, and the thing, and people know me. At the time, we come from the small town. So long story short, I'm like, what are you looking for? And they're raising. First of all, they're going on this. I want everyone to know about this, and I want everyone to at least follow. they're doing this incredible charity event, and they've attached themselves to an incredible charity, and it has to do with veterans. And so they came up with this. They were already doing this trip where you guys got to hear about this. Like, I go to Africa, but I go, listen, I'm not roughing it. What these two women are going to do, I wouldn't even call it roughing it. I'd call it, are you crazy it? Meaning they're winging, they'll explain it to you. I was excited because they came up with a great name. Hey, we want to travel with your logo and advertise you like everywhere. I said, okay, I understand that. And I said, I want you to constantly check in and maybe send videos so we could play it here in the podcast and people can follow you. And if they want to, even if they don't want to follow you, they can maybe send money to the charity that you're supporting, and what this whole story is. And then, my lawyer was like, absolutely no way is anybody, I don't care if it's the Lord. If the Lord shows up and wants to use your logo and your name, listen, Jim, you got great intentions. It ain't going down. And then he reminded me of a situation that, Mike, you know what's going on.
Yep.
Of, again, me putting myself out there, and now we're in a situation, and I'm not worried about that situation. And that person, I am gonna, when I say exploit them to the highest degree, because I don't like people that take advantage of other human beings. And when I found out, and it's not the two ladies I'm talking about, okay, this has nothing to do with that. This has to do with, they were bummed that, hey man, what do you mean we can't do across the Breuniverse and use the Breuniverse? And I said, this is not. So I wanted to explain to them, but I didn't want it to damper their mission and what they're going to be doing. I think it's a fascinating story what these two are doing. Absolutely fascinating. And I think you're all going to be fascinated by it. I really do. And I think you're going to follow them. A lot of you are going to follow them because it's not just one demographic, it's multi-demographics. And yeah, so I was like, why don't we start with you coming on the podcast and explaining to everyone exactly what you're doing, why you're doing it. And there's part of me that's like, God, I kind of wish I could go with them. I kind of wish I can go with them. So I'm really stoked for them, and I'll let them explain the charity and all that jazz. But so with that said, and I don't want to give the other human being any energy, because that energy is coming that person's way. They know who they are, and they know it's coming eventually. But these two ladies, I think you're going to find extremely fascinating, extremely charming, really inspirational, and I think you're going to love what they're about to do. So I'll have them explain it. Please welcome Pam and Lisa. How are you two?
Hi, Jim. How are you doing? We are great.
Yeah, looking forward to that.
Wait, so now, okay, this is what everything's okay in Florida. Your homes are okay and all that.
I have to tell you, compared to what went on in other places around the country with the hurricanes, we are truly blessed that, we had some power outages and minor damage. And compared to what our Marines go through and our other veterans in all of our military services that we're going to be out there, riding our tuk-tuks, we are truly blessed to live in a country where people, serve, have sacrificed and died. The families have done that so that we could be free. And so, hurricane is a piece of weather and we're fine.
So, okay. We hung out at the Bean to Cup, and you two started telling me the adventure you were about to go on, but and it includes your kids.
Yeah.
Just explain Deep breath in, deep breath out. Don't sell it. Just tell everyone what you're doing.
So what we're doing, we're getting ready to embark on a journey through India, 1,600 miles, all completely unguided, on a three-wheeled tuk-tuk, or otherwise known as rickshaw.
Stop right there. Mike, do you know what a tuk-tuk is?
No idea.
No idea. A lot of people have no idea what a tuk-tuk is. I saw tuk-tuks in Egypt. I saw tuk-tuks in part of Africa. A a tuk-tuk is like a go-kart that
You're
has a
giving a lot
little.
of, you're insulting go-karts here.
Yeah, it's a little downgrade
Hey,
a little bit.
I used to build go-karts. So they're not what I want to clarify is these two, okay, these two ladies, and for those of you who can't see them, yes, they're very vibrant and they're clearly in shape. They're not 20 or in their 30s, okay? We're talking about people that have grown children like myself are traveling around in that cart. Basically, it's a golf cart with one wheel in the front, two in the back. There's your tuk-tuk for those you could see it. So they're going to India and they're meeting up with, and all this is for charity, and they're traveling on an unguided tour. Now, what that means, if I remember this when you explained to me, when you say unguided, meaning you don't have someone going, all right, girls, just follow me. This is the way we're going. They're going, you need to go from here to here to here, and I hope you show up. And good luck in your tuk-tuk.
They
Yeah,
give us a
right.
tuk-tuk, teach us to drive it, and go, bye-bye, see ya.
And fix it. We took a class to fix it too.
Wait a minute. So do you have tools? Like if this thing breaks down, because what if you're in areas, all right, before we go there, why would two women, like yourselves, why would you take this adventure on? Explain to everyone why you're taking this insane adventure on, which I'm super stimulated by. I'll use the word stimulated.
You like stimulated.
So we're calling ourselves Dash with Pam and Lisa, and Dash stands for Daring, Adventurous, Supporting Heroes. So our mission is to really champion the resilience and the courage and the vitality of our veterans by taking on these bold and unpredictable challenges that we're going to be finding along the way, and supporting them by taking on these challenges and raising money for Semper America's Fund.
Okay, that is a great politician way of putting it out there.
Thank you so much.
Just
we
put it out there.
Veterans, and we want to support them.
That's it.
Yeah, don't look at the paper. Don't look at the paper. Tell me to my face why you're doing this. And you just said you told me, hey man, I've got a special heart for veterans. Why is that? Do you have someone in your family that was veteran, or do you know people that affected your life that were veterans? How did that come about?
Yeah, my grandfather was in the services and fought in many wars, and you can see, throughout your family and throughout your family's history, how that impacts a family in the future and how it curved his life. So there's a lot of meaning, I think, behind it. And, there throughout the rest of my family, there's people who participated in the services, friends. We've seen friends, in services that have been injured, hurt, some killed. So yeah, and they sacrifice a lot for us to have our freedom. And I think they don't get enough recognition. So for everything that they do.
And so what brought you so you want to raise money for veterans, and you specifically picked
Semper America's Fund.
Yep.
And so we'll put that link up so everyone knows. And but what made you go, oh, how'd you hear about this trip? Like, what made you go to India? There's a billion things people can do to raise money. What makes you go, oh, we're going to go on a tuk-tuk to India? Well, how does that come about for anyone out there? That's the part I
need to be perfectly frank. My son said, I told my son I would go on a trip with him. And I said, whatever he wanted to do would be fine with me. and he said, let's drive it. He said, I want to go to India and do this. So, I mean, he and Pam's son, who's the same age, it's going to be really the four of us. They are supposed to plan the route, but they said we are absolutely going to be winging it.
The route is en route.
Yes.
What, but again, who picked India?
My son picked India.
Your son picked it. Okay,
Yes.
so your son's an adventurer. And did you turn it into did it turn into a trip? Like my girls go, Dad, when can we take a trip? Did it turn into, you know what? Let's make this a bigger than a trip. Let's make it an adventure. Let's do it for a charity. How does it go from, Mom, I want to go on a trip. We're going to go to India. How does it go from that to, oh shoot, let's make this. We'll give money. We'll raise money, and then we'll go there, and we'll go on a tuk-tuk, and then we'll raise money, and we'll give it to the veterans, and then this will be great, and then we'll go meet Jim, and then we'll talk about it. Like, how does it happen?
That's exactly how it happens.
Yeah,
he said, let's go on a trip and do something fun. And then I talked to Pam and I said, let's come on the trip with us. And then we said, why just do this for ourselves? Let's make something that we care about. Let's impact the world in a positive way. And what do we care about? And really, the first thing that came to mind was our veterans.
Okay, and so you're gonna go to India. Now, how do you raise the money? Like, what is the, like there's people that run, hey, we're running for cancer. Hey, we're doing this. What is the goal for you two, Pam, Lisa, to achieve? Let's pretend there was no charity involved. What is to survive? What is the end goal?
Well, the end goal is going to be to finish. A lot of teams that participate in this type of event do not.
Okay, stop. There you go. There's teams here. Are you the only ones, or there's multiple?
So there are multiple. There are about 70 teams that are going to partake in this adventure.
In this
all
one
for
particular
different
one.
reasons. Pardon me?
In this particular one.
Yeah, through India.
Are they all American?
No.
They come from all over the world. So.
Oh, wow. Okay. See, now we're open. Now,
you're going to be able to follow it live.
Are you the only Americans?
No, we're not, but we're probably the oldest women.
Which is why I'm already rooting for you. I'm rooting hard for you. Okay.
Yeah.
So Team Pam and Lisa, they're bringing their young ones. This is a competition. So what is the, and it sounds like it's a mad world almost to a degree. So it's a mad world. For those of you under 40, you're not going to get that reference, but that's all right. You can Google it. It's a movie. Okay. So everyone starts at the same place, or does everyone have a different route to go in India?
No, we are all starting at the same place.
Okay.
And we're starting north and we're traveling south.
Okay.
From Jaisalmer down to Fort Kochi.
Yeah.
So it's 1,600 miles. And
that's a long way.
It is a very long way on a tuk-tuk.
Because it tops out at 35 miles an hour on a good day. And that's on real roads.
Well, we're going to be on a lot of dirt roads, and the traffic, the congestion, the way they drive over there alone is going to be a challenge, a dangerous challenge.
Oh my God. Okay. Please tell me you have a GoPro. Or can you please tell me your sons are bringing GoPros or something, because I have to. How long is this going to take? How long is this going to take once you leave?
We start January 1st. The race finishes January 14th. So it's going to be 2 weeks on the road going 1,600 miles in this tuk-tuk. So it's completely unguided. It is unplanned because we don't know what's going to happen from day to day. If our tuk-tuk breaks down, we got to go find parts. We got to fix it. We got to get back on the road. So we don't even know where we're staying from day to day. We're literally taking a duffel bag of whatever we're going to fit in our duffel bag, and we're on the road, and it's all go.
What if what happens at night if you're in an area where there's like no hotels or nothing? Like what
Well,
do
we
you
thought about bringing a glamping tent to blow up, but I don't think
We're going to bring sleeping bags for sure, but we may bring like a little pup tent or something because you can't overload these things because they tip over.
Oh my okay. I would totally I okay. I'm trying to think of what I would pack in this thing. I would 100% pack either like a little tiny blow up tent or
Yeah.
or like I gotta go a little or some type of thing like that because the thing that freaks me out with sleeping bags in the middle of nowhere, I'm not worried about people. I'm worried about a snake, bugs,
of course.
insects that are you taking? Should we hook you up with maybe we try to find Dr. Drew? Are you I'm not even kidding. I'm not even kidding. And what I mean by that is, do you have things, God forbid, you get sick or bacteria, some type of thing like that, where you can take like a hydrochloroquine or ivermectin, whatever they get. I don't take me. I'm not medical advice. I'm throwing things out my ass. I'm just saying as an example. So I don't want people going. So Jim Brewer's now given. There are
Medical
psychopaths.
advice. Yeah.
But
We're
do you know what I
connecting
mean?
with a travel doctor before we go. So hopefully that travel doctor is going to get us all set up with, a care kit or whatever it is that we're going to need for on
Okay.
that road. We're actually starting New Year's Eve here. So we're going to be 9.5 hours ahead of you. So our trip there starts January 1st, which will be New Year's Eve here. So we're going to be doing a live feed
On
at
New
the
Year's
start.
Eve,
Yeah, on New Year's Eve.
Right. And just so the listeners know, and anyone viewing, we'll have all those. Mike will put the links up that you can follow Pam and Lisa on this competition in India on their tuk-tuk for veterans, raising money for veterans. Wow, this sounds like a television show. Like this is okay.
Well, if anyone wants to produce it, they're more than welcome. But the goal here is to raise funds. We really need to get some funds. We want to get it filtered into Semper. It's very important to us to do that. Lisa, you want to add on?
We're out, the trip is going to be dangerous. There are inherent dangers in the trip. We're very lighthearted about that, but we take that into account. But
what's your biggest fear? What's your biggest fear, Lisa? What is there a fear like, man?
It's not going to be a fear. It's probably going to be a reality. Like I'm like really adventuresome with like what I eat. Like
protein bars.
Yeah, I mean, I'll probably be the one on the side of the road buying stuff. Well, first I'll be buying stuff from the truck on the side of the road, and then I'll probably be like giving it back, in a different way. But
right. I can see that. That's what I'm saying. I guess going to see a travel doctor will be extremely important, especially in that area in the world. Okay. Maybe I'm being serious. Maybe we can ask Dr. Drew about this. And I also know the lady that helps us with the Covey light too. She's from Nigeria, and she also always helps me with travel, where I'm traveling and blah, blah, blah. So if you have any issues, please reach out and perhaps we can, I would love to help with that, whatever that may be.
Oh, that would be fantastic. Thank you.
Okay. All right. So continue, Lisa. You were going to say, I kind of stopped you there for a second.
We're looking forward to, people supporting our mission, and we have a website that has all the information on it, and that is www.withpamandlisa.com.
This is incredible. I'm so freaking stoked for this. You have no clue. Just like I told you I wish I could send the kid over there, but he's.
We have an extra seat on the tuk-tuk.
We can take 3.
I'm telling you right now, I'm begging you. I hope at least you come. First of all, I just hope you finish. I think you're going to finish.
We're going to make sure we finish.
I know you will. And B, how amazing of a story would it be, even if you two, some tells me a lot of people are going to be rooting for you guys. I want to look into who's on the other teams and all that stuff and how we think. Maybe we should have a bet. Should we have a bet, Mike, and make all that go to charity? I'll leave this up to the listeners. You guys figure it out. If you want to create something and where you're rooting for Pam and Lisa or give odds, we'll open that door. But proceeds have to go to the veterans and the charity. That's
100% of what we raise is going to the charity. We're not looking for a trip out of this. We are doing this because we want to raise money for this organization, for the Semper America's Fund, and 100% of what we raise goes to the charity. We've paid for our trip ourselves.
Yep.
So, we want to make sure that these men and women and their families are getting the support that
every
they
penny.
need.
Every penny. And even better than that, we do have a private donor who is willing to match 50 cents on every dollar we raise, up to 100,000. So
wow.
Yeah, if we can raise 200,000, that's going to get us to a mark of 300,000.
Wow, that's a lot. That's a lot for veterans.
Mm-hmm.
Which they certainly can use it when you go to certain cities and you see what's being funded. Sorry, I had to say it. I'm sorry.
But it's true, and that's why we're doing what we're doing. The veterans deserve it, and there's things, Semper Fi will support them, help them, and it's not just Marines. They are opened up to all branches of the services. So
that's incredible. I just so will you promise me? I almost wish I could talk to your kids. Do you think your kids would come on here?
I'm sorry. A good bet would be is whether we actually finish with our kids, or they say, "Mom,
they're going to ditch us. They're going to ditch us. They're going to leave us on the road somewhere."
You know what? Oh my God, that's probably your biggest threat, to be honest with you, is trying to make it with your kids, because I'm gonna be dead honest with you. We went to a fundraiser. I'm doing a show down here in Off the Hook. You guys can look into it. Blah blah blah.
We're going to be there. We're already signed up.
Oh, all right. So we see you there. But what I was gonna say was, part of the auction was I bid for a trip to Italy, and it donated, and we're going to, and we insisted it was I didn't insist on it, making a family trip. And I got to be honest with you, I really don't know if I want to go away with the whole, I already know I'm going to be dishing out all this money, all these plane tickets, and it's going to be, it's not going to be a fun event for me. It never, the kids are at an age where, I'm in my late 50s. They're in their 20s, and it ain't jiving. I suck, or they suck. And then this one says something to the mother. Yesterday, I went to Marco Island to go walk. I'm all excited. I from Amazon, I got this weight vest. And I go walking on Marco Island with my little weight vest and thinking it's going to help my posture, and I'm trying to burn fat and blah, blah, blah. And my daughter driving there, she's like, "Oh my God, Dad, you drives me crazy," because I drive slow. I take my time. A guy cuts me off. I don't care. I'm not going to road rage. Maybe oh my God, I frustrate her just by breathing. So I can only imagine what you two moms are going to go through. This is a whole element that, you know what? I now raise the level. Forget making it, Lisa and Pam. The real threat are your children. Your children are the threat. I don't know. There might be a whole different bet if they end up leaving, or you end up leaving, or getting kicked out, or they desert you, and then you both have to make it to the finish line. I do want to talk to your kid. Do you think either one of your kids would ever come on? Because A, I want to tell them how to film most of this, because I want footage, and B, I want to know from their angles what they're expecting from their moms on this whole way, and if they think they're really going to pull this off. Do you think either one?
I think we could. I think we could. Yeah.
If you could get that, be amazing. I think the two of you are incredible. I loved sitting and talking with you. I appreciate what you're doing. I think you're both lunatics in a beautiful way. Uh, Beautiful lunatics. I love that.
Love it.
So we'll put off the website one more time. People start jumping into this. The website people can go to.
www.-withpamandlisa.com.
And you know what's funny when you first said Lisa? Look at you two, out of your minds, out of your minds.
We will be wearing those costumes on the trip, at least for parts of it. I'm the Bengal tiger. She is the peacock.
Do you know why?
Tell me. Well, Bengal, both of them are part of India, right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Exactly. So you picked it out. Okay. All right.
Yep. Peacock's the national bird. The Bengal tiger is the national animal.
You two are going to draw quite the attention. This is, I'm pretty excited to follow this whole event. This is going to be fun. I'm glad that you asked me to at least, you know, you came to me like, hey, is there any way? I'm like, I immediately was like, oh my God, I'd love to. Hopefully with the footage, we could turn this into something really cool, or at least having people following you. And I already know people are going to be following you just from listening to this. Like, I'm going to be following you. So, but let's leave it with this. Everyone go to their website, help them out with the tuk-tuk, donate to the veterans. And if you two could please ask your sons if they will come on, I would love that, especially in the next 2 months or so, or at least before you leave in January. And that will be another whole angle that I'd love to follow throughout this whole thing, because I think you just add a whole new betting system. Much love to the two of you. I appreciate you.
Thank you.
We want to say a big thank you to you
Yes,
too.
thank you. Thanks for being such an advocate and helping us to spread the word. Means a lot. Thank you so much.
It absolutely does.
It's an absolute pleasure. Thanks for being patient, because like I told people, we had this cool idea. You were gonna put the Breuniverse on the tuk-tuk. I was like, I love this. Yes. And thank you. That's all I'm gonna say. We can help out in the way that we're doing it now. So I appreciate it.
We appreciate
Pam and
it.
Lisa, stay out of trouble. We'll see you soon. You better go see those. You know what? No, you better bring a psychologist. Forget medicine. If you get sick, you might bring a psychologist to help you through with your kids. All right. You guys have a go.
Thank you so much.
Take care. Have you, so yeah, you know, there was one comment Lisa made, which is like, we're not doing this for a trip. And I wanted to stop her, go, yeah, no kidding. Because I don't know about you, but to me, a trip, like, do I want to go to India? Yeah, there's parts of me who want to go to India, but I'm not going to book a trip to India and go, hey, let's just wing it. You know what? We lived our lives. We made some money. We became what the world would consider successful. Let's drive around in a tuk-tuk, with no doors and no security, and we're not sure we're going to stay. Yeah, let's plan that trip. You couldn't pay me at this stage in my life to do something like that. Like, I go to Africa, but you know what? I'm gonna be dead honest with you. I got someone waiting for me as soon as I land in Africa. There's a guy waiting for me. He goes, "Give me your passport. I'll go get the bags. We'll deal with customs. We need the visas. Need some cash, thing, and then we're done with that. And the guy's waiting for me here, and the two guys meet me, and then we go, and then we're off and run. There's always someone there." Pam and Lisa, I want to party with them. I'm not gonna lie to you. I kind of want to. Part of me was like, I just want to, I think we'd have a cool, right, Mike? Like, I could see us in high school in the car, getting lit. I'm not saying they get lit up, and I don't know nothing about these two ladies, but these two, I can see we're in the car. All right. Maybe I'm like 18 years old, and either Pam or Lisa's like, hey, I got this, damn it, don't. and then we start getting and we're like, the windows are fogged. We're howling with laughter. Then we start getting really serious, like, hey man, like, what are your kids like? And then like, hey, we gotta go. You want to get something to eat? Like, I can see some serious belly laughs hanging out with these two. Serious belly laughs and serious deep conversations. So I'll leave it up to you, the listeners. I'll leave it up to you, the viewers. Whether you're listening on Rumble or watching on YouTube or Spotify or wherever you Instagram, whatever you're watching. I can't wait to watch this adventure. It starts in January, but you can start helping them out now. Here's the links. But yeah, once I get their kids on, I want to tell their kids, like, hey, make sure you film. And I want arguments filmed. I want everything. I want everything filmed. I want the bickering, all that stuff. Because at the end of the day, how cool would it if they have this little footage and then we just, we air it and then just sponsor it and put it all into the veterans that they're sending their money to. I think that'd be amazing. So, all right, we're all trying to do something in this mad, crazy world where they try to divide us all. So there you go. Thanks for hanging out in the Breuniverse. And I tell you, this is where we're at in life. We have to do things, not our politicians, not your favorite rock stars, not your favorite ball players. It's all fun to be exciting and cheer for them. But at the end of the day, is Bruce Springsteen showing up to help you out do something besides endorsing someone? Is Leonardo DiCaprio coming out to your house personally to help the victims of North Carolina while he's trying to promote something else as he's making $40 million flying around a jet? The minute you people realize there is no, all your idols are not your saviors. They're not your saviors. You're the savior. And I don't need Christians to go, oh, Lord. Yes, we know that. I'm talking about right now, humanity, humans. We need to lift each other up. We need ways to help each other out. Stop relying on your government. Stop relying on your heroes. Stop relying on your celebrities. Stop relying on all the false idols. We're all one and the same. Let's help each other out. It's really not that difficult. All right. Thanks for hanging out. We'll check you out next time on the Breuniverse.
Take a look around and what do you see? Mark the date down tonight, we'll make it history.
Hey, this is Jim Breuer, and I got my own Patreon page, and hopefully you'll check it out. Live comedy concert streamed once a month. Early access to the Breuniverse podcast every single week, and have bonus footage and bonus segments. I promise you I'm not going to let you down. Go check out my official Jim Breuer Patreon page, and I'll see you there.